Welcome you all for this session, students. I am Pavitra from ECE department. I am going to handle your subject called cognitive radio. In this semester, you are going to study a subject called cognitive radio. Before going into the subject, first you should know why we are studying this subject and where this cognitive radio is used, why it is used. These are the questions that will come to our mind when we study a subject. Okay, so first let me explain about that. Okay, now I will tell you a concept and you can connect cognitive radio with it. Okay, so let me explain. That is, the air around us is being called as spectrum. Okay, so that spectrum will consist of number of frequency bands. These spectrums are being sold to many companies. There are many cellular companies like Airtel, Aircel, BSNL, Jio. Okay, so each of these companies will buy a spectrum, that is spectrum limit, from one frequency band to another frequency band. This will be the limit of a individual companies. Okay, if for example you take Jio or Airtel, okay, anything, this company will buy a spectrum and all the users those are using Jio will use the spectrum that it was bought, that the Jio bought. Okay, this is the rules that is being followed. Okay, so coming to our point, the licensed users are those who got permissions, who have the access for the spectrum. They are called as licensed spectrum. Okay, the unlicensed spectrum are those who doesn't have the access. They are called unlicensed spectrum. So unlicensed spectrum or secondary users, these are called. Okay, so our concept is that if a user is using a spectrum, okay, they won't use for all the 24 hours. Okay, the spectrum will be vacant for some minutes, some few hours. Okay, at that time the spectrum is vacant. Okay, so what is that? The spectrum is being waste at that time. So for that, what we are going to do is we are going to use a secondary user, that is who doesn't have the access. Okay, so we are going to give the access to the secondary users to access that spectrum. This is our concept. Okay, so how we can use this? Okay, we are just saying that we are going to make the secondary users to use the primary user spectrum when that spectrum is unused. Okay, so how? This is the way, this is what we think. For this only there is a radio, that is before that conventional radio is there, and then software defined radio. Now it is cognitive radio. Okay, so that is conventional radio is nothing but it's fully hardware. What if a spectrum is unused somewhere, manually a user should find the spectrum is unused and a secondary user will be allotted that you may use that spectrum for usage. Okay, this is the information will be given in the conventional radios. And then the software came. The software, what we will do is it is all a software design. So hardware components are less, and everything is software designed. So so in that also we should give the manual information and it will go through it. In cognitive radio, what is that? All that is frequently and more frequently the spectrums is being checked. Okay, checked. If the spectrum is unused, then what will this radio will do is it will search for the secondary users, and if there are any secondary users, it will allot that spectrum for the secondary users. Okay, once the primary user came, then the secondary user will automatically leave and they will go to another vacant spectrum. Okay, this is the concept and this is known as the cognitive radio. Okay, so here see, cognitive radios are radios that are aware of their environment, okay, and internal state, and can make decisions about their radio operating behavior, okay, based on that information and predefined objective. Okay, so what they are saying is the cognitive radio will be aware of their environment and its internal state too, and based on this it will take decisions. Okay, it will take decisions, and then it will take decisions about their operating behavior. That is, it will take decisions what it should do, how it should behave. Okay, and according to that it will behave it. Okay, so for this mainly what we should do is there should be a transmitter and receiver. Okay, so that is a radio frequency transceivers. There will be a radio frequency transceivers. Radio frequencies, so transmitter and receiver all are in the radio waves. So radio waves are used, that's why it is called as radio, cognitive radio, software defined radio. Okay, so because the radio waves are used here, so the transceivers to intellectually detect the status of the primary segment, particular segment of radio spectrum. Okay, so whether the spectrum is vacant or not, to identify that we are using a transmitter and receiver here. Okay, so and then as I told before, there are primary and secondary users. Primary users are licensed users, secondary users are unlicensed, or they are called as cognitive radio users. Okay, and then the cognitive radio, what it will do, it will check for the vacant license spectrum, and then it gives to the cognitive radio users. Okay, this is the cognitive radio. Okay, this is the concept of cognitive radio, but in this subject you are going to study very detailed. Okay, very detailed how the spectrum is allotted to individual users, how they are being partitioned, everything will be studied clearly in the subject. Okay, and this is your syllabus. In the first unit, what you are going to see is the introduction of software defined radio and cognitive radio. Now I told briefly about cognitive radio. The before version of a cognitive radio is called the software defined radio. Okay, and we will see a just intro, that is what is the definition, what is the architecture of these both, we will see in this lesson. Okay, in the second unit there is a cognitive architecture. Okay, in that architecture you will what is individual, that is individual architecture means what the individual steps in the architecture. Okay, this will be studied detailed in this cognitive radio architecture. And then in the next unit, that is spectrum sensing and dynamic spectrum access, that is here as we said, we will the users will first cognitive radio will first find the spectrum, vacant spectrum. Okay, so that is the spectrum sensing. For this spectrum sensing is important, so that is studied detailed in this third unit. And the fourth unit is MAC and network layer design. So as we said, spectrum sensing is done, and then for cognitive radio, the network layer, what should be the design of a network layer. Okay, this will be studied in this. And then in the last unit, any other topics, that is an advanced topics, cognitive radio's advanced topic will be seen in the fifth unit. Okay, so this is the cognitive radio. I have told you what is cognitive radio, and I have discussed the syllabus. Okay, in the next session we will go into the subjects, and we will go through each and every topics very clearly. Okay, thank you students.